clear, we like to be left alone. Kids screaming, dog whining, cat on the throne. Tesco club card chaos, snacks hit the floor. The antisocial podcast, your headphone escape. Decompress, chaos you'll adore.
All right. Hello and welcome back to the podcast. This week is episode 15. And yes, I know last week I said it was episode 13, but it was actually 14. So yeah, we're here now. And honestly, I don't even know what day it is anymore. So yeah, I ended up recording my It's My Life episode on Tuesday because, well, I was late getting last Sunday's episode done. So nothing really lines up and not much has happened since then. So consider this episode as completely random. Also, you might have noticed some shiny new visuals and a spruced up intro and outro. I've been experimenting with them, mostly to make myself look cooler than I am. So if anything seems extra flashy or weird, that's intentional. It's been a pretty quiet week since I got back from Scotland, and I'm still recovering. So at the moment, actually nothing wild, nothing chaotic, or anything interesting's been happening. But even when things feel uneventful, there's still plenty to notice. So let's get into today's episode. We're talking about life's pointless moments. So strap in, or don't. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. So a few years ago, I was trying to get on a train, on the tube. Nothing fancy, just a normal commute off to see the Queen when she was alive, God bless her soul. You know how it is. Anyway, there was a queue about 10 people deep. Everyone shuffling like sardines, eyes glued to the phones, people pretending their lives are under control while chaos awaits patiently behind them. And me, well, I'm trying to get on politely. You know, the little shuffle here, a gentle step there, a nod, a sigh, doing my best impression of a civil human. Then someone behind me decides I'd push them. I didn't. I literally didn't touch them. Didn't glance aggressively. Didn't breathe wrong. Nothing. But apparently, my mere existence constituted in an act of violence. And what did they do? They threw the chips at me. Yes, chips. Flying through the air like confetti at a nightmare parade. On my jacket, on the floor, one somehow managed to land in my hair, like a greasy crown of shame. The sheer madness was beautiful and horrifying. Cue adequate, obliterated. Personal boundaries, obliterated. Humanity, suspended for approximately 7 seconds. The commuters around us were silent, pretending it was fine. It was absolutely not fine. And honestly, that's life, isn't it? People lose it over nothing, and you just exist, dodging airborne fries. So let's just get this out there. The world makes no sense. Absolutely none of it. And the things we pretend make sense are even worse. I mean, where do I even start? So let's start with queues. Honestly, queues are ridiculous. There's a line for everything. A train, a bus, a cafe, even a bakery at 8 a.m. And everyone acts like this is some kind of moral test. People staring, muttering, sighing, making it very clear that if you take an extra second, you're basically committing a crime. I once saw a man trying to squeeze in front of someone by 3 inches. 3 inches. The drama. The silent rage. And the rest of us? Silent. Queue rules have turned into a passive-aggressive sport. And the prize is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Then there's toast, the simple breakfast that somehow manages to ruin lives. You put it in the toaster thinking it'll be a golden masterpiece, and 5 minutes later it either looks raw in the middle or looks like the charred remains of a Viking funeral. The butter refuses to spread properly, and the Marmite, well, Marmite is Marmite, isn't it? You either love it or you regret it immediately. Somehow this is your morning reality. Appliances, don't get me started. Washing machines, they eat your left sock. Every single time. Leaving the right one behind, like some kind of cruel practical joke. You stand there, staring at a lonely sock, wondering if it ran away, or if it's plotting revenge. It's absolutely mental. Make it make sense. Another one, hugging. Hugging is weird, isn't it? One person goes full on hug, the other goes handshake hug hybrid, misjudged angles, accidentally headbutts, and then you act like nothing's happened. Everyone smiles politely, while your brain is screaming, why are we like this? And then you've got the standard social rules, so queuing politely, holding doors, shaking hands, smile at strangers, nod like a human bobblehead, while your immune system quietly files a formal complaint. People cough, sneeze, sniff, maybe even sneeze again just to see if you're paying attention, and we all grin like it's perfectly normal. Why? Because society says so. We're willingly spreading germs, awkwardly maintaining eye contact and pretending it's all civilised. It's absolute madness. Another one that doesn't make any sense to me at all is autocorrect and phones. Autocorrect is meant to send "see you soon," but it ends up sending "sex you spoon." The phone knows your life better than you do, and it's quietly mocking you. Every text is a potential social disaster. Every notification is a tiny judgment. And reality TV. Don't get me started on reality TV, because shows like Married at First Sight, Love Island, honestly, they take the piss. People arguing over nothing, crying over nothing, competing for attention or prizes in ways most of us would never willingly do. I hate it. And yet, somehow, I'm a sucker for the Kardashians. I know, unbelievable. I watch it all, judge it all, and secretly get invested in someone's contour routine or dramatic Instagram feud. It's crazy. And that's really just a fraction of it. And somehow, again, we survive, we adapt, we queue, we burn our toast, we hug awkwardly, and we scroll on social media pretending everything's fine. While thinking about all the little ridiculous moments in life, I started wondering what actually should exist to make life a little less stupid. And well, I may have gone a little overboard with these ideas. However, I think I might be onto something. So let's start with number one, a universal life remote. Imagine it, one shiny, magical remote. Pause annoying people mid-rant, your boss, your neighbour, someone at the checkout pretending they didn't see you. Get there first. Rewind arguments with your partner. Yes, even the one where you accidentally agreed to adopt a goat or whatever happened. Heaven, absolute heaven. Or chaos, depending if you forgot to unpause someone mid-rant and then they explode 3 days later. Or how about memory deleting apps? Swipe left on every cringe moment in your life. Wave back at someone who wasn't actually waving at you. Deleted. Said you too when the waiter told you to enjoy your meal. Gone. Tried to pull a push door in public like it personally offended you. Erased. Your brain becomes a constant highlight reel, curated by you, not by embarrassment. Imagine just opening your memory app and casually flicking away moments like they're expired milk. Instant stress relief. And then we've got noise cancelling everything. Streets, coffee shops, family members, the neighbour practising bagpipes at 7 a.m. Just a button to mute the whole world for 2 minutes while you sip your coffee in bliss. Nothing else exists. No screaming toddlers, no barking dogs, no one on the phone screaming into a speaker 5 metres from you. 2 minutes, that's all. And the moment it ends, you return to the chaos, but at least you had a perfect interlude, guilt-free bliss. Or how about an automatic sock pairer? We all know the mystery. One sock disappears into the void, the other remains in despair. No more frantic searching under beds, behind radiators, in the fridge, don't ask. One press, a machine spits out the pair, perfectly matched, probably ironed. You leave the house in socks that actually exist as a team, miraculously. And then I came up with an idea for the fridge, a sassy fridge. You open it at 2 a.m, half asleep, thinking cheese on toast is the answer to life. And it responds, really? Again? Maybe try water this time. Brilliant. Finally, an appliance that judges your questionable life choices and gives you unsolicited advice but necessary commentary. Bonus, the fridge can comment on your leftover pizza hoarding. It's a silent accountability partner we all need. And finally, a queue ordering app. For everything. Reserve your spot at Starbucks, the post office, Tesco, even the bus. All at once. No more shuffling, second guessing, pretending you didn't notice someone inch forward. Anxiety eliminated. You step into life like a proper adult with a plan, rather than a herd of confused humans debating mortality over 3 inches of space. So yeah, that's where my brain goes when I have too much time to think. A list of things that should exist but don't, for reasons I can't explain. But honestly, they make life a lot easier. Instead, we've got social media, which is absolute garbage. Yet here I am, checking it again. Honestly, I don't get it. I scroll and scroll and scroll. It's like queues. You know it's nonsense, but you lean in anyway. You can't help yourself. Back in the day, it was MSN, Bebo, Facebook. Oh, and MySpace. Remember the glory days of autoplay music, glittery backgrounds, and obsessively refreshing your inbox for one hey from someone you liked? That was simple, weirdly innocent, slightly tragic. Now everyone's posting perfect lives, staged brunches, captions like living my best life, while you're in your scruffy tracksuit bottoms on day 3 of your hermit phase. Also, can we just touch on the amount of adverts that we get on social media now? There's teeth whitening kits, miracle diets, transform your life in 7 days. One advert literally claimed you could make 100k in 7 days with digital marketing. I can't even make my bed in 7 minutes, but sure, apparently I can become a millionaire while dodging airborne chips and arguing with my toaster. Genius. And here's the kicker. Nobody actually supports you unless you're already doing well. Post a real achievement, and crickets. Post a fail, still crickets. It's like the world has already made its mind up on you, and you're stuck in a permanent meh file. Nobody wants your messy reality. They only want the shiny filtered version. Welcome to social media. It's a popularity contest where everyone cheats. And me, well, same as everyone else. Scrolling, liking, judging, posting, right back into it. It's ridiculous, it's exhausting, and I still can't stop. And while we're on the topic of social media, let's talk about adverts. They're everywhere you look. Everything is an advert. It's like the universe decided we all needed to be sold something constantly. You scroll through Instagram, swipe through TikTok, even open the weather app, and boom, ad. And it's always something that you've been looking at previously on your phone. So if you've looked at a sofa or, I don't know, a new phone, and then all of a sudden you put on YouTube and you've got new phones and the sofa you were looking at constantly. And yes, I get it, companies want to promote their things, that's fine, but the sheer volume is just exhausting. 1 minute you're reading about mobile phones, the next minute you're seeing adverts for miracle teeth whitening kits and how to lose 5k in a week. And suddenly your phone knows your deepest insecurities better than you do. And honestly, we're approaching Black Mirror territory. You know the one, where the woman with a brain implant plays adverts out her mouth depending on her subscription tier. That's how I feel scrolling these days. Imagine if your brain had a chip installed. Tier 1, subtle pop-ups. Tier 2, ads in your dreams. Tier 3, ads out my mouth. I'd probably be sponsored by a blender mid-rant. And honestly, welcome to the future. And now I've got a confession. This one I totally don't understand. I'm a real bugger for filming concerts. Absolutely terrible. Let me set the scene. So, it's packed, everyone's sweating like they've been baked in an oven. I've got my phone held high, arms aching after the second song, trying to capture the perfect shot of the stage. The lights are flashing, smoke machines everywhere. The drummer's hitting harder than my patience on a Monday morning, and I'm desperately trying not to knock the person in front of me on the head while I'm trying to get a 10-second clip of the singer hitting that one note. I'm shaking, sweating, phone slipping a little every time someone jumps or pushes. The crowd is a sea of waving arms and excited screaming, and there's me, thinking, this is it. I must record this. I must prove I was here. Meanwhile, I'm missing half the performance because my camera is focused on some random guy's head in front of me, and everyone around doing the exact same thing. It's like some weird modern ritual. And then you watch it later, or more realistically, you don't, because the video is blurry. Half the sound drowned by someone sneezing into the mic, and you could barely see the singer over the crowd's waving arms. But somehow, you keep doing it at every gig, every time. I know how ridiculous it is. I catch myself mid-song thinking, mate, just put your phone down, enjoy it. Remember this in your head instead. But no, the compulsion is stronger than the music. Humans are ridiculous. We want proof of joy, even if the proof ruins the joy. So, just a quick recap then. Cues are mental, people get mad over nothing, and hugs are still awkward. None of the things that would actually make life easier exist, so we just get on with it anyway. Social media is a mess, and we all know it, and we're still scrolling, me included. Adverts are everywhere, trying to sell us a better life we didn't ask for. And somehow, for all of that, life is still a bit ridiculous. So that's it for today's episode. Just a bunch of random thoughts, things that make no sense, and the usual everyday nonsense, which to be fair is basically life. If you enjoyed it, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, or whatever it is you do, so you don't miss the next one. Or if you've got your own stories or random moments, comment below. Alright, I'll catch you next week. Probably still confused and definitely caffeinated, but we move.
That's a wrap. You've had your fix. The Antisocial Podcast. Catch the next mix. Stay chill, stay weird, and out of the crowd. We'll be back soon, talking loud. Well, kinda loud.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.